Hello everybody, Zest here and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. In today's video we're going to be doing a guide to the achievements. We don't really like statistics and not a step back. So let's begin, shall we, with our research slots. We're going to grab anti-tank and CAS, which includes our research specialities. Just do things like electronics, industry and so on from here. For our civs, we're just going to be building civs for now. Oh, so many civs. Anyway, for our mills and dockyards, let's start off by getting rid of all of these ships and just building convoys. And for our mills, let's get some anti-air. I think 4 will do for now. 5 into support equipment and 4 into our artillery. Let's just dump that little extra factory and put the rest all into weapons. Anyway, let's gather up the Soviet army and break it up into some equal stacks. And let's make the NKVD units on their own. I want to preserve my tank stockpiles just for now, so I'm going to change all the tanks over to regular infantry. But anyway, grab all the cavalry. Grab the infantry, and there you go, there's one army, and just break up the rest. Something like this will do for now. Anyway, next we're going to gather up the entire Soviet Air Force and just send it all to Moscow. This is just for later, so it's all in one place. In a similar vein, we're going to gather up all the Soviet Navy and send it to Leningrad. Into this Baltic fleet. There we go, merge together. They'll even go through the demilitarized Bosphorus for some reason. Anyway, now let's create an intelligence agency. Throughout this, we're going to be upgrading ciphers so we can eventually break Germany and Italy's. Next, we're not going to do a focus because we need a justification on Poland as soon as possible. So let's just go up to speed 5 and begin. By the end of January, we'll get 50 political power, so we'll justify in Poland. 250 days? Good. Now we have 10 political power, we can start doing focuses. We're going to do the Path, the Centre, the Stalin Constitution, and the Trial of the Xenonites. We need to get rid of Stalin's political paranoia as soon as possible. The longer we keep it active, the more likely he might do a purge of something like the junior officers, which is not good for us. Anyway, let's now park our units all on the Polish border and prepare a naval invasion with the NKVD units. So just have 2 naval invasions into Gdynia and Gdansk. Something like that. There we go. This will be much useful later. Once you get your spy, choose whoever looks good and send them to Germany. When the Montreux Convention fires, we may as well mobilise the armed forces for 5 free war support. Once factionalism fires, you should do what you need to do to keep Stalin's paranoia down. Don't do satisfactory production reports until he reaches 20 paranoia, for instance. Now, as you can see in our army, right now we don't have a field marshal for this main army, and that's because, unfortunately, Tukhachevsky, Blucher will eventually be purged and there's nothing we can do to stop it. So we need a new, better field marshal, and I think Rokossovsky is the best man for the job. So there you go, there's your field marshal for now. Give him traits like aggressive assaulter, offensive doctrine, and charismatic. Good, we now have anti-tank, let's start building some of them, 4 factories in them. Just reduce the amount of infantry equipment you're building for that. We have plenty of political power, so we're going to hire ourselves an elusive gentleman. Similarly, when CAS is unlocked, get some factories on them as well. 3 will do for now. Right, the Spanish Civil War has begun, so let's go over to Republican Spain and send some air volunteers to them. We don't need to send any divisions to them, because we can't really realistically save them. There we go. We're going to be sending over some tactical bombers to them. So how many can we send? 219. That's fine. Let's merge them up and decrease to 219. There you go. Make your way to Spain. We're going to be doing close air support and strategic bombing. So we're going to go for roads, factories, airfields, supply hubs, and so on. We can definitely get a lot of XP from doing this, which is definitely going to be coming in useful. There's the first Moscow trial. There they go. Now we have to wait 175 days until we can do the next trial, so we've got some time on our hands. So we're going to be doing the Comintern and sending military advisors to Spain, mostly for the free XP gain. Once one of your spies reaches at least 50% intel network in Germany, put them on quiet intel network. The majority of the air force you'll want to fight will probably be in northeastern Spain, but just keep an eye on them to see where they'll be. Anyway, there's military advisors to Spain. Now we're going to do internal affairs and NKVD primacy. Be advised that this gives paranoia, so you will probably have to do one of your decisions to kick it down afterwards. Anyway, justification on Poland is ready, so let's go get them. Activate and activate. Strike force from relevant sea zones, let's go get them. They can't really stop us, but the main thing we really want here is XP. XP is very powerful. Anyway, 10 units have left, so let's delete the first naval invasion and assign the leftovers to the second one, and there you go, simultaneous naval invasion. Use these units to push from this side of Poland. Quite a few units encircled in that one, 2 there. Quite good. We have 35 XP, so we're going to go and give ourselves Professional Officer Corps for even more. Good amount of Poland's army has just been completely encircled, which is good for us. And hey, we can give ourselves formation flying. Yeah, just for the record, we've been trying to take Gdynia this whole time, and it's only just about to fall. Oh, that's a lot of paranoia, so let's do an admin one. That should do for now. And we have another 35 days, so let's expand the Agipop. And there's the end of Poland. We're just going to annex them. And that's it. Keep in mind that doing this meant that our Air Force got sent home, so we're going to resend air volunteers to Spain. We're going to make our cavalry units at least 20 width, and make them our garrison units, because cavalry is better at suppression. Anyway, now that it's January 1937, we're going to kick Tanatuba from the Comintern and get a core justification on them. 50 days, pretty good. And we also now have enough spies to start doing collaboration governments on Germany, so let's start doing those now. Use them with the spies you aren't using. These two are the ones I'm not using. Automatically repeat and commence when ready. Put garrisons and operations on max priority, because they are. And let's jump up to war economy, and tomorrow begin the trial of the Trotskyists. And with 20 days until we begin to deal with the Tuvan menace, let's improve relations with Germany and Italy, so they fuel our war economy enough for us to eventually take them down. Yep, this is our main strategy of taking them down. We're going to ask ever so nicely to Germany and Italy if they can help us, and they will. And they will ultimately be one of the main reasons we take them down. And there they go. Next we're going to do socialism as one country and collectivist propaganda. Actually, never mind. Brief detour, we're going to do secure the administration. Probably should have done this a bit sooner, but oh well, now is probably the right time. And there we go, justification is ready. Now we are going to be spamming out our main template, which is currently this, but we need to make it a little better. So we're going to slap on some infantry and some artillery. Once we have enough XP, we're going to add engineers, anti-air and anti-tank. But right now, we can only do this. But, oh well, this will do for now. Save. We are going to need 240 odd of these, so just start spamming them out. There's something like that. And we'll change everyone over except the one motorized. There we go, now we have a massive deficit. How unfortunate. Anyway, tomorrow, let's declare. There we go, 42 relations. Good, Germany already has infantry and support equipment and to give us. I think Italy should have at least weapons, but maybe not support equipment. Oh no, they have both. Artillery? No, but good start. Well, a small start, but a good start. Oh yeah, I forgot, declaring on Tanatuba means our Air Force gets withdrawn yet again. So minimised XP from Spain, unfortunately, but oh well, we got quite a lot anyway. And of course, every month refresh your land lease so you can get more. I was wrong. After secure the administration, what we're going to do is socialism in one country and the workers' dictatorship, which will lead us to the military conspiracy. Anyway, limited conscription. Something that I realised was a problem in the Revolution Triumphant run we did was supply was quite bad in Poland, so we're going to remedy that. We're going to build some extra supply hubs around Poznan. Something like this will do. Yeah, quite a few supply hubs, but we're going to need it. And of course, don't forget to build a railway to link them all together. I'll have it be at least a level 2 one. And to make sure these get built just ever a little bit faster, we are going to activate transport as the discipline of the Red Army. It's the start of June, so now you should improve relations with Hungary. Once Japan declares on China, world tension will be over 40%, so that means non-aligned Hungary will be able to help us. And they usually have quite a big stockpile. I should note that Germany and Italy usually have cash that they can give you if you have a negative amount of them. It's just that they never give so much cash that you can make big wings out of them. But you know, if you do want some extra cash, you can get that from them too. One more day, and military conspiracy. And there we go, just managed to get just enough XP to make our ideal template. This will be more than good enough to take down Germany and Italy. We're also, though, going to go for the army reformer, always useful. More XP, more XP. And there go all of the generals. Goodbye. Sorry to any Tukhachevsky fans here. Anyway, for us, it's time for us to behead the snake, as Trotskyite plot reduces our political power gain by far too much. Right, some of our first trained units are ready, so let's just deploy all of them. There we go. 19 of them. That's alright. We're going to make them the equivalent of 5 army groups, so we can deploy all future ones into these army groups. There we go. Something like that. And fallback line. And deploy into it. 98 is not enough, but you know what it is? 101. There we go. Now it can be one of one run. And now finally, we'll do collectivist propaganda. It's my favourite for the recruitable pop, stability, and division recovery rate. Let's activate We Will Accomplish a High Yield for even less consumer goods. Ah, good, our next spy is here. Behead the Snake gives us another operative slot, and you know what, let's go historical, let's hire him on to get rid of Trotsky. I've been building an intel network for a little while, so he should be ready to go immediately. Perfect. Now you can get back to doing something else. I don't know, root out resistance in Poland? Yeah, something like that will do. And there's the end of the Spanish Civil War. Unfortunate, but because we did send military advisors to Spain, we should get a free general. So where is he? There he is, Enrique Lister. Usually a general, but I see that the Republicans promoted him to field marshal. Interesting. But hey, we still keep military advisors for Spain for another 2 years nearly, so that's pretty good for us. 1938 is just around the corner, so now we're going to improve relations with Finland and Siam, who can also help us now that tension's over 40%. Finland and Siam have a good amount of stockpile from what I've seen. Still 70 days to go until we can do the final trial, so let's do 2 little focuses, the mode plan and cohesion first. Don't know why you'd ever do restore Cossack units, even if you were doing a roleplay game, more org is always better. I think that these should no longer be mutually exclusive. I don't think it'd be overpowered to have both of them available to you, and more people could see Lev, you know? Paradox, if you're somehow watching, maybe get on that. For Finland, they usually give weapons and support equipment. There we go. And Siam usually just gives weapons. 2,000 basic and 2,000 weapons 1. Okay, not bad. I mean, it's more than what Italy and Germany are giving, I'll say. Since it's February 1938, around this time you should wait until Germany annexes Austria so you can potentially get more equipment. Not bad. 2,000 former Austrian equipment. Oh, I almost thought we could keep Boilgeoga this whole time, but nope. He's been accused and there he goes. It's now Yezov. I've seen in my practice games we're going to need some extra trains, so let's divert 3 factories on that as well. Yeah, we have an excess of trains right now, but the last thing I wanted to have too few. And one more day and we can do the final trial, the block of rights and Trotskyites, which luckily removes political paranoia. We're also going to start working on upgrading our armor template. We're going to try and make it something like a 42 whip, which I believe is the meta for armor templates these days. So let's start on that. Let's see how big we can make this. 38 whip, that's a good start. Takes up all of our XP. Whoa. And that concludes our collabs on Germany. Use your spies to create other intel networks, or do whatever at this point. We could create some on Italy, but nah. Taking Germany will mean Italy will fall without much trouble, so creating collabs on Italy is not really worth it. Finally, we've completed all our supply hubs, which really shows just how costly those things are to build. It's taken this long just to build a few of them, but they'll come in so much useful for us. Little triangle. And there we go, our tanks are now 42 width. Let's make 3 of, I don't know, Zhukov's divisions, those. Or 4, actually. 4. We should be able to afford that. And what do you know, we can. And the final trial, the Moscow trial. And political paranoia is over. We did okay for the purge, all things considered. We didn't get any purge of the junior officers. We have the second leader of the NKVD, which also means we can have 2 of them because Beria is around. Anyway, for now we're going to do Baltic security and claims of Baltic. Because when we send the ultimatum to the Baltic nations and we annex them, we get all of their stockpile. And they can have quite a lot of weapons. That's why I haven't improved relations with them. We could just get everything. I almost forgot you can ask Mongolia for help, since they're already in a faction with you. 1500 without improved relations? Not bad. Accidentally asked Germany for stuff they don't have, which is infantry equipment. Oh well. And Trotsky is gone. Good, our political power is now just over 1 a day. There we go, claims on Baltic, and now we can do all the way over here, rehabilitated military for more org, division recovery rate, and reinforced rates. All very useful. The 4th International. Bit late for that, Trotsky's gone. And with this final tribute, I'm ready to finish up this war with Tanatuva, so let's walk in and take them. This one little unit that really thinks we're going to call Mongolia in against them. Tanatuva, ever loyal to the last, gave us 3,000 guns, and we'll just annex them. Now we can demobilise these NKVD units, and we're pretty much ready to go. So now we're going to send an ultimatum to Estonia and Latvia. Not Lithuania just yet, we want Germany to take Memel first. It means Germany doesn't have a claim on anything that we hold. It's funny. Also, Lister is probably the best field marshal we have left. So you know what, fine, this random Spaniard is now in control of one of the Soviet armies. And 2 full army groups. And Estonia and Latvia have bent the knee to us. Let's see how much that improves our stockpile by. Wow, we're into the positive. Pretty good. So Lithuania will just be a bonus to us. Rehabilitated military. You know what, let's take a risk on military reorganisation. Plenty of aircraft as well. Not as much as Germany probably has at this point, but still plenty. Not one to complain, so 1,400. Well, that went well. At least, unlike the Revolution Triumphant, we weren't doing that while we were preparing to fight Germany. Now at this point, focus is pretty much up to you. We are pretty strong right now, but I think I'm going to go for transpolar fights and fossil flying clubs. The Soviet Air Force is in a shocking state. And we have more than enough XP now, so we're going to go for flexible org. Germany's just claimed Memel, so we will submit our ultimatum to Lithuania as well. So Germany should be doing around Maginot now. And Lithuania goes as well. Ultimately giving us how many weapons? Only a few thousand, but still we're in the green. Maybe not as big as I might have hoped, but still, we're green for weapons, which is more than enough. Sure, quite red for artillery, anti-tank and so on, but we have 120 units more than Germany does. Oh, speaking of Germany, there they go. Funnily enough, the Allies acted so slowly that the Netherlands and Belgium haven't gotten a guarantee. Whoops. I think the only one who will, yep, is Luxembourg. So if we're lucky, this means we might be able to get the Dutch East Indies in the eventual peace deal. Never really go for inventive leadership, but let's see if it can be useful. There goes the Dutch. We get an army recruitment expert. I really do like that division recovery rate. Well, Belgium held all the way out to Brussels. How many did they take down? Oh dear. Oh, Belgium joined just as they fell, but it wasn't enough. Oh, they sent their last message and then annexed. Oh, I feel bad for them. And finally, Germany declares on the Allies. I almost thought they wouldn't do it. And Japan is doing provocation on our border. Luckily, I already have some units all the way over there to deal with that. We should win and get a reduction for our land doctrine. Good. Let's move into position. So, 2 armies will be in East Prussia to take it, and the rest will be on the German border to take them. Right, our units are in position, so let's justify a memo, because we have that as a claim state. Why not? 10 days. It'd be 15 days otherwise, and we'll be ready to go. Germany cannot hold against both Allies and us. Make sure your units are on aggressive and ready to go. Germany's just declared on Czechoslovakia, which is good, and we get a war goal on them. Let's go. Plan disrupted? How unfortunate. But may as well grab Jesuit measures, as this might be our only chance to do it. So for now, we're going to try and encircle things like Königsberg and Germany. Pretty much, we just need to push out. Go. Let's also break Germany's cipher. I've been doing that this whole time. Try not to overstack the combat width, because, well, having unnecessary units is just that. There we go, our first breakout. We should try and go for an encirclement somewhere like here, as that seems to be weak right now. But good, that tile is broken, so we should get 4 units encircled already. Good start. Oh yes, I forgot the Czechs are in this war too, so get mill access from them and see if you can't send some of your armies down to help them. The main thing with the Czechs is to try and take Vienna. There we go. Prussia has fallen, so we'll reassign these units all the way. Oh, let's not, though, assign these 6, because Japan is still provocating our border. The main problem I saw invading Germany last time was this little port here set in, because supply was so bad, but this time supply looks quite good, so if we can get this port, that'd be ever so useful. Oh, and another encirclement, including a little tank. Great. That unit is weak, so we should push it before it can re-entrench. At this point, we just need to keep pushing. And nice, we defeated Japan as well. Our classic trick here, we can tell these units to retreat into an enemy tile. I'm done with dealing with pin memes. Oh, Italy's against us, how unfortunate. For them. And I could use this trick again to get out of a second pin. So we could retreat into Berlin. That's not something I expected to be doing, but there it goes. Ironically, by doing some pin memes, we finally encircle them and Stettin falls. Good, keep moving. Meanwhile, our units, in cooperation with the Czechs, have just taken Vienna. That means when Berlin falls, that should pretty much be it for Germany. And when I say Berlin falls, I mean for the second time, because we accidentally lost it. Oh, I was wrong. But we're pretty much there, so something like Hanover or Bremen will do the job. Munster should do it. And I was right. Just as the Yalta Conference fires, Germany is done. Nope, we will dictate our own peace. And now, we just need to rush into Italy and get rid of them too. In the same vein, Italy should be already at breaking point. They should not be able to stop us. I also have their cipher should I want it. Let's go get them. But let's quickly look at our casualties. Germany took 390,000, and we took 318,000. That definitely means we don't like statistics as we've lost well under 1 million. So first achievement is already gotten. Let's go. If we can secure Rome, we'll also get the achievement. The Pope, how many divisions does he have? Let's go get him. Looks like Italy is just empty. Those Italians try to encircle us, but we throw that right back on them and encircle them. Oh, what do you know, we did take Rome, so there's another achievement. The Pope, how many divisions does he have? Not many, apparently. Right, let's get to Palermo and finish this. Oh, the Italians are just getting smushed on the Sardinian border, right? No, this is Piedmont, my mistake. Sardinia, Piedmont, the old kingdom, is getting me confused. Right, with that, the war will finish by midnight, so let's take a final look at our casualties. 333,000, Italy took 400,000, 125 at our hands, and Germany took 300,000 at our hands. And the German East Indies have been invaded, so we should get them in the peace deal. Good. Let's see what we can get out of this. The main thing I want, though, is Sumatra and Java, because these are the resource islands. If we take these and not puppet the Dutch East Indies, Japan won't come after us later, which is very good from my point of view. We took 7 states, including the Horn of Africa. We got Italy, Germany, Albania, and the Netherlands and Belgium as our puppets. Pretty good. This also concludes, unsurprisingly, the revolution triumphant again, as Germany is once more a Soviet puppet. But most importantly, Enver Hoxha is here. So at this point, if you want the achievement not a step back, I would just say wait around for 6 years. I know, not the most fun, but at this point no one should be coming after you. If you want a bit of fun, I suggest maybe doing something like Order 66 in the Allies, like I have military access from the Allies. I could easily do it and take them down, but I'm not going to do it in this instance because I've done many in Order 66 on this channel. But if you want to do that, be my guest. I am definitely going to do something to try and make this fun, because just sitting around for 6 years is quite boring. We took quite a lot. The only thing I regret probably not taking is Suriname and Curacao, but oh well. Got the big prizes, didn't I? And our stockpiles are screaming, but they don't need to be so upset anymore. And there we have it. Not a step back is done. That Oh, that took a while. It's now 1945. It's been 6 years since we took Germany and Italy, and in the preceding time we have taken Italy and Germany again. But yep, at this point, we're done. This was pretty fun, actually. Being in such a strong position to take Germany so early is quite surprising. I mean, we basically did just have to ask Germany and Italy ever so nicely to lend us so much equipment that we could take them down. But hey, those were the instruments to their own destruction, and we won in the end, which is all I am interested in. So, we managed to get, so many achievements, didn't we? We got Not a Step Back, We Really Don't Like Statistics, The Revolution Triumphant, and probably so many other more that I couldn't think of, because there's just so many. But pretty good. In the preceding time, I've definitely been expanding the Soviet influence. Finland, Turkey, Romania, and a few others have fallen to communism. Unsurprisingly though, this is where this guide will end. We've gotten all the achievements, and had a fun time doing it. So until next time everybody, this has been me, Bubbles Zest, playing the Soviet Union, going for We Don't Really Like Statistics and Not a Step Back. And until next time everybody, goodbye.